Hello everyone. Today we will start our first lecture over concrete technology. So our first chapter is cement. So basically in this chapter we will study about what is meant by concrete, then cement, what is meant by cement, its manufacturing process, then its ingredients and its formulas, then hydration, what is meant by hydration of cement, then its field test on cement, then how to store cement on site, then its types and its testing, that means testing of cement. So let's see first what is meant by concrete. So basically concrete means the mixtures of cement, fine aggregate is nothing but sand, then coarse aggregate is nothing but the gravel or crushed rocks, and the water. So firstly, if we mix cement and water, then we get cement paste. Then if we mix cement, fine aggregate is nothing but sand and water. If we mix cement, fine aggregate and water, then we get mortar. Then finally we mix these four ingredients, then we get concrete. Okay, so in this concrete, basically we take 9 to 15% of cement, then 15 to 16% of water, then 25 to 30% of fine aggregate, and 30 to 45% of coarse aggregate. Okay, then next let's see the definition of what is meant by cement. Okay, and its properties of cement. So the material manufactured by burning and crushing to powder an intimate and well proportioned mix of calcareous and argillaceous material is called as cement. So basically cement is the key ingredients of the versatile and modern construction material concrete. So its properties is it is durable, then porosity and density, then it is fire resistance, thermal and acoustic insulation property, and it is good impact resistance. And its main advantages is it is a good bonding material, good binding material. Okay, then next its manufacturing process of cements. So basically there are two types of manufacturing process. So first one is dry process and second one is wet process. So dry process means in this method mainly limestone and clay are ground separately and then reduce the very fine powder is called as raw slurry. Then it is further blended with correct composition and mixed by means of compost air. So under this the aerated powder behaves almost the like a liquid, and after some certain lime and uniform mixture of mixed is obtained. And the next wet process means the cement slurry form contains 30 to 50% water. As the water is added in a grinding, it called as wet grinding method. So in that the slurry form is pumped into a rotary kiln, and the burning clinker formed due to the burning are cooled and stored. Okay, then the ingredients of cement. So there are four ingredients. In that first is lime. So its formula is CaO, and basically we take 60 to 65%. Then next is silica, then alumina, iron oxide, magnesia, sulfur trioxide, and soda and potash, and last one is gypsum. The next point is Bogus compound. So its definition is this raw material when subjected to high temperature combined with each other forms complex compounds. These compounds are called as Bogus compound. So for this here they taken the Bogus compounds. There are four types of Bogus compounds. So first one is tricalcium silicates. Its formula is C3O SiO2 and its short form is C3S. Then second compound is dicalcium silicate. Then its formula is 2CaO SiO2 and its short form is C2S. Then third one is tricalcium aluminate. Its formula is 2CaO Al2O3 and its short form is C3A. And the last compound is tetracalcium aluminoferrate. Then its formula is 4CaO Al2O3 Fe2O3. Okay, and its short formula is C4AF. So in this ingredients, its property is first first properties is tricalcium silicates. So its property is hydration process is fast, then more heat of hydration, and hence develop early strength. So because of heat of hydration, it will get rapidly develop the strength. Then next is dicalcium silicates. Its short form is C2S. So its property is hydration is slow and less generation of heat of hydration. So that's why the strength is developed slowly. Then it contributes liters in early development of strength. Okay. Then third one is tricalcium aluminate. Its short form is C3A. And its property is it generates large amount of heat of hydration, and it helps in early setting of cement as it reacts faster with water. So it does not contribute in development of ultimate strength, and it helps in the initial setting of cement. Thus early strength can be developed. And the last one is tetracalcium aluminate ferrite. Its short form is C4AF. Its properties, it is slow in reaction, so that's why it is poor in early strength and generate lesser heat. Okay, so these are the properties of these compounds. The next point is hydration of cement. So what is meant by hydration of cement? So cement gains its strength through a chemical reaction with water. This exothermic reaction between water and cement, which liberates heats, is known as hydration, and the reaction by which cement acts as a bonding agent is called as hydration of cement. So basically it is formed due to the addition of water. So that's why this binding action takes place in the presence of water. So in hydration process, water attack the cement compound and in solid state covering the compound of hydration products. Okay. The next topic is field test on cements. So which field test carry on cement? So in that first is check the grade of cement as per the requirement. Okay. The next is check the date of manufacturing. Then no lumps should be present. It means they open the bag and observe the cement. So there should not be any visible lumps. If any lumps found in it should be powder. If pressing the between thumbs and four fingers, if it does not turn into the powder, then the cement is considered have been a spoil by air setting. Okay. The next test is it should feel cool when a hand is put in the bag of cement, and the rubbing between the fingers should be skilly. Then when a handful of cement drop in a water, it should be float before sinking. Then the color of cement should be uniformly greenish gray, and the last one is it should not feel oily when touches the cement. Okay. The next point is storing of cement on site. So first, cement should be stored in a special watertight sheds with a dry and damp proof drawers, that is damp proof walls and leak proof roofs. Okay. The next field test is storing of cement is the stack of cement should be placed at a distance at least 30 centimeter from the walls. The next is a stock should contain maximum 15 bags in a row. The next one is width of stock should not exceed 3 meter. The bag should be stocked in a raised platform with sufficient else of movement between rows of stocks. The bag should be stored in such a way that bags received first should be used first. That means put first, out first. Okay. So these are the storing of cement on site.